Welcome at the Things Conference. We're back with a new interview with a new guest. Who are
Hello.
you and what do you do?
My name is Darek Wallace. I'm Director of Product Management for Multitech Systems.
Tell me a little bit more about Multitech.
Multitech. So we are a hardware manufacturer and we provide communication devices for the Internet of Things and machine-to-machine technology. We are headquartered in the United States. We have offices in London, and we sell our products all around the world. We've been around since the 1970s, starting with the acoustic couplers. If you think of war games, when he'd put the phone and say, "Shall we play a game with the robot?" That's our beginnings, but now we've been involved with LoRa for pretty much since the beginning when it came out. We're a founding member of the LoRa Alliance and very, very active in the LoRa ecosystem.
Great. So tell me a little bit more. What kind of LoRa solutions
Yep.
products do you have?
Absolutely. We manufacture gateways, so we have a conduit gateway platform, indoor, outdoor, commercial access points as well. And we manufacture the end nodes. And our end nodes, what we like about them is because we believe in distributed intelligence and intelligence at the edge, we include processors in our LoRa. We call them M dots and X dots, because you're dotting around the world with all these assets out in the field that need to communicate to a gateway and then send that information up to whatever platform you want. So our dots have processors, and they're also ARM embed enabled to make it very easy to program your application and then control that application out in the field.
It's quite an interesting remark you made. It's something that came up yesterday as well. Is that in the beginning, sensors were made pretty stupid, actually, just sensors. And you say we try to fit extra intelligence into the sensors.
Absolutely.
Is that a trend?
Yes, I would say it's a trend. You're going to see and have been seeing more intelligence at the edge, and there are several reasons for that. To be able to connect billions and billions of devices, well, that's what we all want to do and to solve lots of real world problems. However, sending all that data every single time up to the cloud, especially if you're using cellular technology, can be very expensive. Or say you don't have access to the internet because your application lost contact for whatever reason with the internet. Having intelligence at the edge lets you control the behavior of that application, lets you write the rules for the behavior, again, of that application, so that you can only send the necessary information up to the cloud. That's going to save you a lot of money. If you lose contact with the internet or whatever system that you're trying to send that data, and think of an emergency situation, or think of health and safety, you want to be able to ensure that your application can still run without getting instructions from the internet. So if you have that capability in the sensor at the edge, that actually gives you a lot of future-proofing against that.
Surely, but then again, LoRa is about low energy, and more intelligence means more energy consumption. So does this require a different way of putting the intelligence there and creating a new kind of intelligence on the chips?
It's more about how you're controlling the behavior of your application. Sure, there's intelligence at the edge, but if that application is asleep most of the time, then you're not really consuming energy. So you need to make sure that you're programming your sensor and your application so that it's fit for purpose. And when you're going in and thinking about how long do I need that battery to last versus what is the use case that I'm trying to solve, it's a trade-off, and you're trying to make sure to balance that. But with the processor, you can control it as much as you want, because again, you're writing the application, you're establishing your rules. You can wake up, operate for whatever set time you want, and then go back to sleep, and now you're no longer consuming much energy. With our X dots, for example, when you go into deep sleep, after you've done your application, you're only consuming 1.7 microamps of power, so very, very low, and that asset will last on batteries for years.
So here at the conference, and a lot of companies that are here are doing demonstrations, workshops, etc. You did that too.
We did, and it was really quite fun. In fact, it was so popular, we were oversubscribed, which I have to say the Things Network has done an amazing job at this conference because it is oversubscribed. People are so interested. So our workshop was really about showing people, giving them the ability to build a little LoRa proof of concept using sensor data with our MDOTs connecting to our gateways, which are using the Things Network public network that they have here, and then partnering with My Devices so that the attendees, and it was really exciting to see that, because when you looked around our table and people doing the workshop, they just cycled in and out all day, but the ages were young, they were old, they were male, they were female. Really exciting. And the idea is that they could get to that aha moment where they see, within a pretty short period of time, that sensor solution that they build at the edge, to see it in the cloud and to see that they're seeing that data. Because the exciting thing about that, as we discussed earlier, is people can have a really good LoRa idea and how they can solve real world problems. But getting there, you know, it can be tricky. That's where the ecosystem in our products and our partners' products, to really combine them together so that they can see, aha, it works, and now I can see how to solve the problems that I'm thinking about solving. And that was really exciting about the workshop, because with our products and our partners, we enabled them to get to that aha moment.
Oh, that's great to hear. So one last question.
Yes.
You're a hardware manufacturer, so,
Yes.
you clearly have a view on the next steps that are necessary, or what you're building right now.
Yeah.
So take us a little step further. What are we going to see from a hardware perspective in the LoRa space the next year? 2
Yeah,
years?
what you're going to see, I think you're going to see more trials and proof of concepts going to deployments. But the real thing I think you're going to see is more of the integration with the ecosystem to make it simpler to program, simpler to deploy, simpler to manage, so that you can go from that proof of concept to scale up to a deployment. And that really requires the partnerships with the ecosystems. How do I get out in the field and deploy that end node, and then easily connect to my gateway, and then easily connect to the cloud so that I can see and start using the data that I'm gathering. I think that's what you're really going to start seeing in the next year. Focus on user experience, making it easy, getting to that aha moment as soon as possible, which then enables those users to sell their ideas within their own companies to say, we can solve this real world problem, so let's go and deploy, and let's grow, let's make LoRa grow. That's what I expect to see.
Fantastic. Let's make the world a better place.
Absolutely.
And create many more aha erlebnis, aha
Absolutely.
moments. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Thank you for watching. This was another episode live from the Things conference, where we have many more videos ready for you in our YouTube channel. So watch them all.